It's the best dressed public defender that you know, and this is day 8 of Georgia versus Christopher Wolfenbarger. Both sides have rested his case and finished closing arguments. The jury now has a case and is deliberating. But let's recap the last few days because I kind of fell off the map on this case. The prosecution called a domestic violence expert to the stand to testify about the cycle of abuse. The expert could not testify to specific acts of abuse pertaining to Melissa and Chris because she wasn't around and did not get a chance to interview Melissa. So instead, she just gave a general testimony as to how domestic violence relationships typically operate. The defense was able to highlight the expert's limited case knowledge pertaining to Christopher and Melissa. Then you had the medical examiner who testified to the process of collecting remains of Melissa and how badly the skull had decomposed. The medical examiner was unable to determine the cause of death due to how badly the body and its remains were decomposed. However, it was noted that the cuts or dismemberment occurred post-mortem. On cross, the defense was able to bring out that the medical examiner was unable to determine the time of death. Then it was the defense turn, okay? They put on their case in chief for the jury. And the defense called Kimberly, which is Christopher's sister, to the stand. Her testimony was limited. She testified that she knew Melissa wanted her mother to have custody of her kids. But when she was cross-examined by the state, she all of a sudden had memory loss, could not remember any signs of abuse. She could not remember whether or not Melissa wanted to dissolve the guardianship of the kids in 1998 and get her kids back. But she testified on direct that she was always in contact with Melissa and they talked about everything. So credibility, probably an issue. Next up, you had Christopher's mother, Kathy, testify. She confirmed that there was guardianship given to her in 1996, and she testified that after Melissa went missing, they were concerned about her but never reported her missing. Then you had Christopher's son testify, who had no memory of his mother and stated that the conversation pertaining to his mother's unaliving was a touchy subject. So Christopher did not testify in his own defense. The state did a good job of bringing out the fact that Norma had no reason to lie, which is the wife of the convicted unaliver that you see in this picture, and that her story has remained consistent. But what has not remained consistent was Christopher's story. The defense came back and basically was like, this is an old case and you don't have a whole lot of evidence. No one can place him on the scene. No one can identify what or the cause of unaliving. So let's see how the jury feel about it. Okay, peace.